Sophia, do you ever wonder, who am I beneath my habits?
All the time. And sometimes I'm not sure there's anything beneath them.
That's existential.
Think about it. If I remove all the things I do every day, how I eat, how I speak, how I think, even how I react to bad news, what's left?
The real you, maybe?
But what is the real me if not the sum of my repeated actions?
So you're saying we are what we do repeatedly?
Exactly. Identity isn't this mysterious essence. It's formed, moment by moment, choice by choice. If I spend my days angry, distracted, and rushed, that's who I become, not because I am that way, but because I've trained myself to be.
Wow, that flips everything. So I can't claim to be a calm person if I spend every day in chaos.
Right. The self is not a belief, it's a behavior.
Then maybe routines aren't just daily tools, they're identity machines.
Beautifully said. They manufacture the person we meet in the mirror slowly, silently, day after day.
And we protect those identities even when they hurt us. That's just who I am, we say.
Yes, but that's often a defense mechanism. Change is threatening. It requires grief, letting go of the person you've been.
Is it really grief, though?
Absolutely. Even unhealthy habits give us comfort, predictability, a sense of self. Quitting them feels like losing part of ourselves.
So, changing your routine is like killing a version of you?
And birthing another.
But how do you know who to become? I mean, if your current habits shaped this self, how do you choose a better one?
By aligning with values, not impulses. Instead of asking, what do I feel like doing today? Ask, who do I want to become?
Like, if I want to be patient, I must practice patience, not wait to feel patient.
Exactly. Identity follows action, not the other way around.
That's hard, because we live in a culture that says, be yourself, but it rarely asks, which self are you feeding?
And not every version of yourself deserves to survive. That's
Brutal, but honest.
It is. Growth isn't always gentle. Sometimes it's ruthless. It requires saying goodbye to the identity built on laziness or fear or approval. So maybe I should stop saying, this is who I am, and start saying, this is who I'm becoming. That's the spirit. Every habit is a vote for the future you.
You know, Sophia, since we talked last, I've been paying attention to my day, every hour, every step, and honestly, it's kind of terrifying.
Why terrifying?
Because I realized almost everything I do is automatic. Not in the sense of habit, but in the sense of permission. Like someone else is driving. That's a powerful realization. Think about it. I eat breakfast because you're supposed to. I check email because you should be reachable. I work 8 hours because that's normal. I watch something before bed because that's how people unwind.
So the question becomes, who wrote this script you're living?
Exactly. Was it me or my job, my culture, my parents?
Probably all of them. Plus your fears, your insecurities, your need to belong.
And capitalism, of course.
Of course, always lurking.
Think about it. The 9-to-5 workday wasn't created for health or fulfillment. It was designed for factories, assembly lines, maximum output.
So we've adopted an industrial rhythm, but applied it to emotional, creative, human lives.
Yes, and that mismatch creates friction, fatigue, even depression. But here's the crazy part. Even people who don't have 9-to-5 jobs still copy the structure, wake early, work all day, crash at night. It's like the ghost of the factory lives on.
Because the factory wasn't just a place, it was a mindset. And mindsets survive generations.
Okay, so let's say I want to reclaim my routine, start fresh. How much control do I actually have?
It depends. Start by identifying the non-negotiables: sleep, food, movement, stillness, connection. Then build around that, not around your inbox or your deadlines.
But what if your life doesn't allow it? Kids, bills, commitments?
Then your micro routines become vital. 5 minutes of breath before chaos, a slow cup of tea in the middle of a storm. You carve out freedom like rebels carve paths through the mountains.
So even if I can't change everything, I can change something.
Always. Even asking, "Is this mine?" when doing a task is a revolutionary act.
It's wild how we live whole lives on autopilot and call it freedom.
That's the myth. Modern life tells us we're free because we can choose between 20 brands of toothpaste. But real freedom is internal. It's waking up and saying, "I choose how I begin. I choose what I believe. I choose how I respond."
And maybe that's what routine really is. Not a prison, but a reflection of what we've agreed to.
Exactly. And if we can question the agreement, we can rewrite the script.
So the next time I brush my teeth, I'll ask, whose idea was this really?
Start there. And soon, you'll be questioning much more.
So, Sophia, I thought we'd start simple. What's your daily routine like?
I usually wake up around 6:30. No alarms, just the light from my window. I make tea, sit by the window for 10 minutes in silence. Then I journal a little, just to clear my mind. After that, I either go for a walk or do some stretching, depending on the weather.
You start with silence. No phone, no emails, no news?
Exactly. I try not to invite the world in until I've met myself first.
I like that. Met myself first. That's poetic. Mine's different. I wake up to 3 alarms, snooze each of them at least once. I reach for my phone before my feet hit the floor. Emails, calendar, news, everything crashes in at once. Then coffee, quick shower, and straight into the work chaos.
And does that routine serve you?
You're already flipping the question back at me. I love that. Honestly, I'm not sure. It feels more like I'm surviving my mornings, not living them. But it's familiar. It works. And isn't that the point of a routine? Efficiency?
Efficiency is a good servant, but a terrible master.
All right, Socrates.
Seriously, though, routines aren't just about doing things on time. They reflect our values, our priorities. They shape our inner worlds. If your morning begins with stress and urgency, your whole day echoes that. So you think a morning routine has power beyond just structure? Absolutely. It's your first conversation with the day. You can whisper, shout, or listen. Most people shout at their tasks, at their obligations, but few listen. That's wild, because I never thought about my routine as a conversation. It's more like a race, a sprint toward responsibilities I didn't design. But someone designed them. Oof, that hurts a little. It should. Because once we realize we're living someone else's design, we can ask the better question. Do I want this life? You know, now that you say it, I can't even remember how my routine began. It wasn't a conscious decision. It was like I drifted into it. One responsibility at a time, one compromise at a time. That's how most routines are born. Not through vision, but through inertia. And slowly, what once was accidental becomes sacred, untouchable, even if it makes us miserable. Why do we protect routines that don't serve us? Because they're predictable, and the human mind craves certainty, even if it's harmful. The unknown is scarier than discomfort. That's true. If someone told me, change your whole routine tomorrow, I'd panic, even though I complain about it all the time. Change threatens the ego, the identity. I am the person who drinks coffee at 7:15 and checks email at 7:30. Remove that. And who are you?
So you're saying we are our routines?
In a way, we are what we repeat, and what we repeat becomes what we believe. Okay, let me flip it. Can someone be free and still live by routine? Beautiful question. I'd say yes, if the routine is chosen, not imposed. If it's alive, not mechanical. A conscious routine is like a riverbed. It guides, but doesn't trap. I love that metaphor. And you? What? If you could redesign your mornings, your entire daily rhythm, where would you start? I think I'd start with silence, like you. Just 5 minutes. No screen, no input, just me, a chair, and breath. It sounds ridiculous, but that feels revolutionary to me. It's not ridiculous. In a world addicted to stimulation, silence is rebellion.